All right, so picking up where I left off, I'm laughing at myself because I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, so I have to say it all over again. Um, so that's one form of muscle testing in this, okay? Another way you can muscle test, and this is my favorite way, is the single-handed one. You take your non-dominant hand, you link your fingers together like this, and you say to your body, body, show me yes. And my fingers do not come apart, they stick. And then I'll ask, okay, body, show me no. And it goes weak. Comes apart super easily. Now your yeses and nos might be reversed. Your yes might show up as your fingers going weak and your no sticking. So whatever that is for you, go with that. For me, when my fingers stick, it's a yes. When they come apart, it's a no. All right. Yours might be flipped. However it shows up for you is how it shows up for you. Okay. So like I said, you can use muscle testing to find out, ask simple yes and no questions like, is this particular supplement good for me? Is this food good for me? Do I need more sleep and rest, or do I need exercise? Like really simple yes and no. You don't want to ask supercharged questions because you have to be open to the answer. So you want to build up on this. Start with really simple yes and no's, and once you really feel connected with your muscle testing, then you can maybe ask more deep questions. Another really great tool slash technique that you can use is to take two pieces of paper. On one piece of paper you write the word yes, on the other paper you write the word no. And let's say you've been presented with a job offer and you're really split. You don't know whether or not you should take the job because maybe it requires that you move from your home to a new place, but the pay is really good. Like, I don't know, whatever the situation is. My cat's coming to join us. You want to, let's just say that, for example, that's the example. All right, let's say you've been given a job offer. So you take your two pieces of paper and you set them down on the ground where you can see the words yes and no. And then you hold in your mind's eye the job offer. And imagine saying yes to the job. And you step on the yes piece of paper and feel what your body feels. It'll either feel weakened or it'll strengthen. And then let's say then the next step would be for you to step on the no. And your body will either go weak or it will become stronger. So I wanted to share an example, and actually I didn't use the piece of paper, but I did tune in with my body. So there was a job opening at a school, but it was during a time when I was actually dealing with some health issues, and I wasn't sure whether I should take the job or not, and it also required a lot of driving. And so as I was contemplating whether or not to apply, I simply asked my body, okay, body, what do you say about me applying for this position? Because I probably would have gotten it. It was a clear no. My body recoiled. I felt more tired. Like I imagined myself and tuned in with my body. What would it look like to take this job, to take on this responsibility at that moment in time? And then I imagined declining the position and not following through. And I felt very clearly that the better option was to say no. So that is an example of how you can get your clear yeses and nos. And it's important, especially, as people pleasers, we tend to say what we think others want to say. And this will help you to pause and get really clear on what is true for you. Another piece of advice that I want to share with you is when people request something of you or ask you to do something for them, let's say, before you answer and jump in and say, oh yeah, sure, I can do that for you, no problem. Because as people pleasers, we tend to answer right away before actually pausing and tuning in with ourselves. And we're not actually yet clear on what we really feel. So instead of answering someone right away, pause and respond with, I hear your request. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you in the next day or two. It's huge. Simply doing that, simply just telling people, you know what, I'm going to take 24 hours to think about this and let me get back to you, gives you a time to stop, reset, tune in with yourself, and really get clear on, is this request something that I'm willing to give? Is this request something I'm willing to spend energy on, right? What's in the highest good? So practice the muscle testing, again, starting off with really simple questions and then graduate your way up. Definitely don't ask supercharged questions like, do I have cancer? Should I get a divorce? Things like this, especially if you're not open to the answer. One more point I want to make about muscle testing, either through the muscle testing with your hands or using the pieces of paper. It is never a mandate. Please don't make muscle testing be a mandate or like a directive from God. It's simply a tool that you can use. So like in the example of when I ask my body, is coffee good for me or no, it's not good for me, but I receive enjoyment and pleasure from drinking it, right? So I can choose differently. I don't have to listen to the muscle testing, but I can be aware and I can engage, and maybe I take a break from coffee for a month or something like that, or I drink a little bit less of it, or you know what I mean? So you don't want to make it heavy-handed. Just know that it's a tool that's available for you to make easy, quick, clear yes and no answers. So I hope this is a skill that is useful to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And be sure to listen to the CCT energy healing around clearing any distortions that you have around this topic. So, all right, talk to you soon. Bye for now.